Okay, here we go. So we've arrived at Mack Station and the siding is here. I think, is this the road? There's a road that comes in here somewhere. Maybe this is not it. It's called Railbed Crossover. No, I don't think that's it. But you can see the sandy dirt and stuff. I think it's up ahead. It's on the other side of Mack. So here at Mack, there was a siding, the passing track, and then there was an additional track. You can see where the ditching is. So you can see kind of this bumped out area here. The ditching's way over there. And then the ditching on that side is way over there. And so when we get to, we'll get to Mack, I'll show you the map, and you'll be able to see that better on the map. So again, nice about this time of the year, you can see that the leaves are just starting to come out on the trees. So normally this would all have sort of vegetation hanging in here and be hard to see. There's pieces of telegraph pole all over the place. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but there's like flies and stuff buzzing all around me. It's that time. Oh, it's warm. Okay, GPS is 26 kilometers, so 10 more. 10 more to go. Let's I'm gonna hold up here and take a picture. Where are the clouds? No clouds. All over there and over there. None right here. So somewhere here is the station at Mack. So you can see that there's some private property in here. Some people have some camps, I'm guessing. I don't know if they live out here or what the situation is. So the station was definitely on this side here. Don't see any area, right? Because the ditch is literally right there. So I don't see any widened out area enough that, you know, you think that there would be a station here. Maybe in here. I don't want to go in there because again, it might be something, the people might actually own this. But we know for sure, and I'll talk about this momentarily. So it could have been right here. There's a big depression right in here. So right here in this open area here, it's very unfortunate that it's no longer here, but we know for sure that this was Mack because up until 7 years ago, there was a section house right there, and there was still the station board right here. And there you can actually see the remains of the well. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give you a zoomed in view again. This is people's property here, so I'm not going to go out on there. So I'll give you a zoomed in view. So there you can see the the well. So now the reason why I know all this is here, because I have to say a very big thank you to Rob Farrell. Rob is an explorer, does very similar types of things that I do. Has a couple of YouTube channels. You'll find links in the description. So back in 2018, Rob did a ride on the grade here, and he came in on Mack Road. We passed it back there. He came in on Mack and drove, it was a 265 kilometer round trip. He drove basically in one day, and this was in the fall time, so late September, I think. Drove all the way from there, all the way up to on the other side of Yanaka to Matabi, just before Valora, and then you hit Highway 599, drove up to Silver Dollar, which is a resort, filled up on gas, and then came back. So what you're going to do is you're going to see a link to the episode in the description here, and you'll see it come up on the screen. So Rob has graciously allowed me to use some screenshots from his video that he made. And so when he came here, basically right here, there was a station building right here, right? And you could see that road going that way. And then there was the signboard, and it said CN Mack. And I was, when I was going to come here last summer, I was so excited. I'm like, okay, there's a station house, the signboard, you know, the station board is here. And I came here, and there was nothing, right? There's basically these trailers. So in the last 7 years, that section house was torn down. The station board was taken away. I was so disappointed when I came here, and all of that stuff was gone, right? Like it was so deflating, because in all the railway explorations that I've done, I've never seen a station board. And I wanted to see that one, right? The one that was right here, and there's not even the poles that are left over. And so let's show you those couple screenshots from Rob's video. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about Mack. Mack was an original station on the line, again following the usual alphabetical naming pattern. So Larson, Mack, and then the next station, there's an issue here. So the next original station is Knowlton, K-N-O-W L-T-O-N, Knowlton. So it was named after actually the chief engineer who built the railway line. So I'm guessing what they did is they used the N, the K-N as the end station. Now, eventually what they did was they built a station in between here and Knowlton, which became Graham, that was named George, and obviously George is out of the pattern, but Mack does follow the alphabetical naming pattern. So we are located at milepost 88.3 on the original line, 59.1 on the Graham subdivision. There was a Type E station built here in 1911. We do have that in the CN documentation, right? And again, the section house and the station board were here up until sometime after 2018, and they're gone. Mack did have a fairly lengthy siding, as I mentioned, basically 2 tracks, and those stuck around until the line was abandoned in 1994. Now we'll talk momentarily here about the population of Mack, but let's take a look at the maps, and let's take a look at the timetables. All right, So now I mentioned earlier, if you're kind of watching the episodes chronologically, that we do have a little bit of a mystery here. So there was something going on here. There's a piece of metal. Looks like a piece of rail anchor. There was quite a bit of people living here very, very early on. So in the 1911 census, there's 7 people living at Mack, but somewhere nearby, there is a sawmill. Okay, it says Mack Mill on the census records, and there's 65 people shown at the sawmill, at the mill. The problem is I have no idea where it is because, again, as you know, I was saying in the previous segment, I don't have any documentation as to where it would be. I don't have a map. I don't have a timetable. All I know is it's on the census record. So somewhere in this general area, there was a sawmill that was present here in 1911 that quite a number of people worked at. Now, I don't have census data for 1921, but in 1931, there was, what did I write down here? Forgot already. 18 people here. So let's hold up here, and then we'll resume our journey.